today is the day. We are finally signing on this. Closing and moving. Well, we've already moved, but just wanted to kind of touch base on what all we've done with this before we leave for our last time ever. Outside wise, when we bought this fella, it had a shingle roof that was leaking. It had plywood siding. It had old aluminum windows. So what we've done on the outside is we took and we replaced that old plywood siding with metal siding from some guys in town that are just amazing. ABC Seamless, the Yoders, did a really good job for us. So much so that we called them back out for the barn, which I'll show real quick too in just a minute. We also called them back out for these windows, which are thermal windows. Fortunately, a couple friends of ours work for thermal windows, so it was a way to support people that have been great to us, as well as friends from church. Then, just small little thing. These fellas were super old and outdated. We took them down, cleaned them up, put some spray paint on them, and made a world of difference. We took and installed this wood beam right here just to kind of pretty up the fireplace a little bit. We took all this flooring in here. This was carpet in this room, carpet in this room. The kitchen had one style of tile. The hallway had another style of tile. This section right here where you see that beam was closed off, had like maybe a 48-inch pathway, like a doorway leading into that area. We took and ripped that whole wall out, opened it up, put in this beam. Kitchen-wise, it had green tile for the countertops. We took that out and put in this fella right here. And then we put in this backsplash because it had like green countertops and some other random backsplash. This one we wrestled with really, really hard for a long time. All these cabinets, they were a beautiful wood color. And, you know, we were kind of always reluctant to do anything with them because once you cover up the wood, going back is just not happening. But we got inspired at one point. We decided to just go ahead and go forward with it. So we painted all those white. Then laundry room had wallpaper all over it. Took that wallpaper, painted it. Same thing with like the hallways, all that kind of stuff. Nothing interesting there. Downstairs bathroom, we left the same. It's black tile countertop. The hallway bath, we left the same too. The master bath, we left the same. The hallway bath, we put in a new tub, whole new shower, painted it this attractive, whatever, greenish type color that Mandy likes. And that's pretty much it for the inside of the house. All right, so for the property part, there's just really one big ticket item that we did. And this barn was just disintegrating. It was wood and it was in rough shape. We took and had, same guys that did our house, ABC Seamless came out, and we had those doors put in, had everything redone here. And it's really cool because the guy that was out here, he goes, hey, there's something I've always wanted to do. Just wonder if you guys would be up for it. And if you look up there at the soffits, that black trim that lines it right there, transitioning from the main siding to the soffits, just gives a really, really cool extra look to it. He was super proud of that. As a matter of fact, the guys who did it liked it so much that our barn ended up being on their mailer that year as, you know, like one of the this is the projects we do kind of displays. So that was super cool. I'm out there down by the pond. You can't see the pond through the tree line, but I cleared out probably about 2 football fields worth of trees that were hanging around out there. That was last winter's project, and just really kind of opened up that space behind the pond. Also cleared out a bunch of trees that were on the south side of the pond that were just blocking your view. So now you can see the pond from up here. We put in a lot of different berries and things like that. Some things were here already that were pretty cool, like a couple mulberry trees. Now, just disclaimer, we've been out for about 2 weeks just because our buyer's closing got pushed back, so the lawn is not in great shape. But we put in stuff like this. Blackberries along the fence line here. These are still pretty young, still pretty fresh. So they've got a bit of growing to do to cover up that fence line. We took and down on the fence line back there, we took and put in some elderberries. Just about 5 or 6 starts from Mandy's mom's house. She has a bunch of elderberries out there. Put in a couple of cherry trees. This is actually from Gurney's. They have a Romeo and a Juliet cherry tree, and we got one of each in here. And then out front here, we put in some blackberry bushes. Not blackberry, I'm sorry, those are blueberry. Those are dwarf blueberry. And here's some high bush blueberry. Once again, they're still fresh, they're still pretty young. They've got a lot of growing to do. And then the rest of it was just a lot of clearing trees from fence line and leveling out land in some places. But it's been a really exciting journey, and this is the end of this one and the start of our tiny flip house, which is much smaller, much less land, but we're able to buy it cash, and we'll have most of the cash on hand to just do all the projects we want to do. So I'll make some videos about that too. Okay, see you next time.